Good afternoon. This is Spirit Journey. Today is October 22nd, 2016, and it's a little after 3:30 p.m. And yes, I have my little dog here, Lily. I want to talk to you about a place I went to about 2 Sundays ago. I attended a ceremony in Queens, New York. It's a Umbanda ceremony. Umbanda spelled Umbanda. Umbanda. This is a religious tradition found mostly in Brazil, and it incorporates three major beliefs. It incorporates Catholicism, indigenous religions of Brazil, the people from Brazil, and West African religion, spiritualism. I found out about this place through a friend of mine. I had told the person, I said, I feel really stuck on my spiritual walk, and I feel like I need to be initiated into something just to break forth into the next step. And she said, well, I'm going to this Brazilian service next Sunday. Perhaps you want to come. So I did. The people there were very nice, and I was a little afraid, to be honest. I think part of my fear is the biasness that I was taught growing up about anything so-called ethnic or African, anything involving spirits. So I did have some anxiety. And the overall experience was positive. How it began was such. They had the congregation sitting behind this white, it was roped off. And the participants were all wearing white, and they had a priestess and two drummers. They had a total of, I think 4 women and 4 men. No, it was more women than men. They had only 2, that's right, 2 men and maybe 6 women, yeah. And they were, they first had incense, and they used the incense on the participants, and it was very, very strong. It smelled like sage, white sage, extremely strong. And that kind of made me feel a little funny, maybe a little woozy. And the people were singing in Brazilian, and they had 2 drummers playing. And at one point, it started to build up energy, and I think I was feeling that energy, and I felt almost like they had ceiling lights above, and the light started to seem, it seemed different somehow. It's hard to put my finger on it, but it was almost the same sensation I had at an ayahuasca ceremony that I attended here in New York City. Ayahuasca is a plant medicine that's also used in South America, primarily in Peru. They do also have it in Brazil. So I thought almost like something was going to happen to me because of my associating that feeling that I had when I took the ayahuasca. So I started to feel a little anxiety, and I think I might have put like a candy or mint in my mouth just to make me feel more grounded. I think what I was really concerned with was I didn't want anything being possessed by anything, because in Umbanda, that when they start to play and sing, at one point these spirit energies enter into the participants, and then it seemed to all happen at once to them. It wasn't like it happened one person and another. It's like it seemed to happen all at once with them, with the participants, and their gestures how they started standing and the expression started looking the same, like the same energy was coming into them. And they like hunched over. They almost looked like a caricature of an older person, which it actually was. Umbanda, at least with this particular service, even though it incorporates these three different religious customs, it was to invoke the ancient, the former black slaves of Brazil, and that they're supposed to be very benevolent, very kind and gentle. And yes, they came across that way. At one point of the service, once the transformation of these energies enter the participants, then the people in the congregation are able to select which participant they could, that they want to talk to. And I also chose someone that I can ask questions to. And I spoke to a man, and I liked his feel about him. He seemed very kind and gentle spirited. I asked him a few questions, and he said primarily to get a white candle and get water, and to start praying more, to try to get answers. And that is what I'm currently doing, even before my speaking to him. So it was good that that's confirmed, that practice that I do every day is something that I should continue doing. I also spoke to a second person because I attended 2 services. The second person that I talked to was a woman, and she also was, seemed very nice. Also, I have to add, with both people, the man and the woman that I spoke to, they had a translator for me because I do not speak Portuguese. And with the second person, I asked her a different question. This question was about getting to know the full name of a particular ancestor of mine. And the second question was about what country this African ancestor of mine came from. And the person responded that that I may have misunderstood that I need to talk to the manager of the facility and ask her what the purpose of the group is, and that the type of questioning that I was asking is not something that they provide. So I was surprised at that, because I felt that to talk to a spirit of a former slave, my reasoning was that they may have like a network on the spirit world with those people who come out of that tradition, that experience, I should say. So I was disappointed with that. My other feeling about my experience was, how does Umbanda, how would this faith system add to my life? Again, it does provide a social outlet, but at this time, with my spirit walk, I'm interested in getting answers. And I don't think I would want to have any spirit energy or possession or a what do you call it, when energies go inside of you. I don't want to go through anything like that. And my being a person in the congregation and just going to them to ask questions, I feel that if they're not able to answer my questions, that it's telling me that this this answer seeking that I want to do is something that I possibly have to do alone, you know? So for me, I don't think I'll be returning to the Umbanda ceremonies, but anyone who wants to go, it's there for people who, it's not for everyone, and it's a beautiful practice, but I feel for me that it may not be the path for me to go. I thought initially that possibly that it would be, because as I said earlier, that I feel like to be initiated into something. And I think for me it was more like, something more mystical for me to go through. I don't even know what I mean really, but I'm thinking, I guess maybe it's something of I don't know, but it's something that is for some people, but not everybody. And I would also like to, in comparison, since this one, Umbanda, is a blending of these three traditions, I actually would like to go to a candomblé ceremony. Candomblé is very similar, but it just focuses on the African spiritism, rather than the blending with the Catholicism and the indigenous Americans traditions. So I wouldn't mind attending that, just for comparisons and to increase my understanding of different practices that are being done, in the Americas. So I see that with this spirit journey, some things is just, I guess, you just gotta, I don't want to say bite the bullet, but I have to do it on my own, I think, and continue to ask questions, but I have to, I think, maybe ask the questions to myself, and I have to be willing to hear the answer. It is hard for me, because I see that I have to break a lot of walls of these things that I, misconceptions that I have about spirituality. Again, it's very new to me, spirituality, but it's something that I hope to break through and to have a better understanding of myself. I see more and more that the life that I was living, most of my life, was inaccurate. So this is all that I'd like to share with you today, and as usual, you could comment below, and you can share your experiences pertaining to your experiences with Umbanda or Candomblé or any of the other Afro-Caribbean or African-American traditions. And you could share this video with friends, family members, and you could subscribe to Spirit Journey, and as usual, to give me the thumbs up. So take care, guys. Bye-bye.